Hello, Colanet Africa learner. Welcome to the first lesson and thank you for enrolling to this module 2. Today, we are going to look at the first question that was tested in KCPE 2019 according to Kenya National Examination Council, which was asking, which is the next number in the pattern? And the pattern is here. We have 1, 3, 9, 27, 81. Solution. Check the relationship between the number, i.e. check for common difference or the factor. So how do you check for common difference? For common difference, you check on addition and subtraction, and then for the common factor, you look at multiplication and division. In the pattern above, when you multiply 1 by 3, you get a 3, which is the second number. When you multiply the second number with a 3, you get 9. When you multiply 9 by 3, you get a 27, and when you multiply 27 by 3, you get 81. Therefore, it means to get the next number in the pattern, you multiply 81 by 3, and this will give you 243. So that is the correct answer. So our choice is D. Then the next question, what is the value of 5.517 multiplied by 14.5 correct to 2 decimal places? This was tested in 2018 KCPE. Then solution. So you have the figures there, then count the number of decimal places. So here we have 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, and this one has 1. So we have a total number of 4 decimal places. Then multiply. Multiplication, you do it this way, then you arrange that way, then you say 7 times 5, you get 35, then you carry 1, 1 times 5, you get 5, plus 3, you get 8, 5 times 5, you get 25, carry 2, then you add to that, to this one, then 5 times 5, 25, plus 2, you get 27. Then you move to this one, 4 times 7, you get 28, carry 2, 1 times 4, you get 4, plus 2, you get 6, then 4 times 5, you get 20, you write 0, you carry 2, and then 4 times 5, you get 20, plus 2, you get 22. Then 1 times 7, you get 7, 1 times 1, you get 1, 1 times 5, you get 5, 1 times 5, you get 5. Then after you have done that, you add. So this will get 5, 16, carry 1. Then we have 6, 12, and then 19, carry 1, 8, 9, you don't carry anything. Decimal place is there. Then you add this one, 4 plus 5, you get 9, and this one 2 plus 5, you get 7. Now, after you have done that, remember you said we have 4 decimal places. So from this end, you count the number of decimal places to replace 1, 2, 3, 4. You put your decimal place there. Now read the question. It was asking about correct to 2 decimal places. So you count 1, 2. This is the 2 decimal places, and then you check the number that is here. If this number is greater than 5 or equal to 5, then you add 1 here. And since it is greater than 5, because it is 6, you add 1 here to the second decimal place. When you add, you'll get that value. 0, 0, you carry 1, 10, then you get 8. So our correct answer is choice D. We move on to the question that was tested in 2017 KCPE. What is the value of this? A half plus 9 over 10 divided by 18 over 5 minus a fifth of a quarter. Solution. Here you need to remember about the BODMAS, bracket, orders, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. We start with of or the order. So in this case, you start this one. So this stands for multiplication. So you multiply the 2. When you multiply, you'll get negative 1 over 20. so the other things remain. So we first of all deal with the of. Then after that we go to division. Division is our next. So the division is here. So you look at the boundary fractions. Then because this one is a division, you put it to be a multiplication and you get the reciprocal of this. Then you multiply. You say by 2, by 9, 1, by 9, 2, by 5, 1, by 5, 2. So you get 2 times 2, you get 4, and 1 times 1, you get 1. So the solution for the division is 1/4. Then we move on to addition because it is in that order. Addition, here you have to be very careful because a half carries a positive and a quarter has a positive. So we start with this one and then we move to the other one. Get the LCM, which is 4. 4 divided by 2, you get 2 times 1, you get 2. 4 divided by 4, you get 1 times 1, you get 1. So the addition will be 3/4. Then after we are through with that, we go to subtraction. We combine the subtraction. So 3/4 minus 1/20, the LCM is 80. 80 divided by 4, you get 20. 20 times 3, you get 60. What about 80 divided by 20? You get 4 times 1, you get -4. So this one will be 56/80. Simplify to get 7/10. That is by 8/10 by 8/7. So that is our correct answer. So our choice A is the correct answer. We move on. What is the value of this? Here you're also being tested about bone mass, and these are very common questions because most students make mistakes here. For example, in this question, most pupils will make mistake because they may add this one to that. It's a total mistake because 3.56 carries a negative sign. So you should add that one, and that one, and then you subtract this one, and then you subtract that. So avoid such mistakes. Solution, bone mass, we don't have brackets, we don't have off, we don't have division, don't have multiplication, but we have addition. So we put those with plus sign together. So we have 5.41 plus 1.74 plus 0.39. I hope you have noted that. It is not this one being added to that, although they are together, but the sign for 3 is negative, while for 0.39 is a positive. So you put them together and then you subtract. So you add the first one 5, you get 11, then 7. The other one, when you add, you get 14, 5, then 7, then you subtract. It is good you subtract them this way. Then when you subtract, you get 8, 9, and 3. And when you subtract 1.83, you get 5. Here we get 1 and 2. So our correct answer is choice B. We move on. What is the difference between LCM of 12 and 24 and the GCD of 54 and 36? This question was tested in 2016 KCPE according to Kenya National Examination Council. Solution. The term difference means subtraction. It is good to remember that. LCM of 12 and 24 is done this way. You draw this line, then 12, 24. So you say divide by 2. You divide by 2, you get 6. You divide by another 2, you get 12. Then divide by 2, you get 3. Divide by 2, you get 6. Divide by 2, you get 3. Then you divide by 3 to get 3, to get 1, 1. So the LCM of the two numbers is 2 times 3, 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, which is 24. Then we move to GCD. The GCD, which stands for greatest common divisor, 54 and 36. What is common here? So we look at 2 2 is common, so by 2 you get 27, by 2 you get 18, by 3, which is common, you get 9, by 3 you get 6. Here is also 3, which is also common, by 3 you get 3, by 3 you get 2. So the GCD will be 9 times 2, which is 18. Now let's read the question, get the difference. What is the difference of the LCM, least common multiple, and GCD of 54 and 36? So it is 24 subtract 18, because difference stands for subtraction. So the answer is 6, choice D. Finally, we have what is the measure of reflex angle PQR drawn below. So this one is 2015 KCPE. So you have the line PQR. So in this case, you need to remember what is a reflex angle. Solution: know what is a reflex angle. It is an angle that is larger than 180 degrees but less than 360. So it should be greater than 180. The straight line is 180. So the angle should be greater, but it should be less than 360. The circle makes a degree of 360. NB, obtuse is an angle greater than 90. It is greater than 90 obtuse angle, but less than 180. So these are the obtuse angle. In this case, since your protractor measures up to 180, it can't go beyond 180, so it can't measure a reflex angle. You are supposed to measure the size of obtuse angle, which is this one, and subtract it from 360. And after subtracting, you'll get the angle of the reflex angle. So 360 minus 135, you get 225. So our 225 is our reflex angle. But remember, also, you are supposed to make sure that you don't confuse the angles. Here there is assignment for you. Make sure you tackle all the questions, and we wish you the best. Thank you.